I'm coming to you live in living color with another broadcast with power of my phone and Wi-Fi from my job now. And let's get to it though. Let's get to it. The past, present, future of gaming. Okay. Must be saying, crisis. What are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is understanding what gaming is or was, um, what it became in the last decade or so, and where it's going. We have to understand that games are evolving a lot faster than we are. Game developers have to come up with new IPs. Without setting the building on fire, without doing anything, without yelling at fire in a crowded theater, they have to do something. Do something to wow us. That's why games are now so complex and so dramatically looking like practically like very short or very long motion pictures. I'm playing Spider-Man right now. I'm actually playing Spider-Man. It's a pretty good game. Um, and I enjoy what I'm playing, for the most part. Um, it's a very fun game. But to make that game was very complex. Spider-Man back in the old days was like crap because they wouldn't develop correctly. Batman was too. It took years and years and years of gaming, guys, to create these fun games. It takes maybe about 2 to 5 years to create an actual good game. I don't mean Call of Duty or Battlefield, because those are just running around and shoot each other. Not a whole lot of thrills there. But in an open world, sandbox, The Witcher, GTA 5, Spider-Man, Tomb Raider, Uncharted, heck, even Halo somewhat. Takes a lot of years. But we came from a lot from the Super Mario Brothers, Mario, step on a Goomba, man, and you move on to now playing an open world version of Super Mario, where it's vastly more things to do, vastly better. And it has to be. You can't sell the 80s Mario to a generation of youngsters who don't even understand what Mario was. A lot of them are now understanding what the Gaming Crash A3 was. A lot of their parents were children when this happened. I was only 2 years old when it happened. So, me personally, that happening, a lot of kids today don't understand what it meant, how it changed, how it revolutionized gaming. All they know was they got old enough to understand their first console was a PS3 or maybe PS2 if they're a little older. But now you have fangled machines like that, like Xbox One X and a PlayStation 4 Pro, and you have super fast PCs, and you have a lot of things out there that do things that 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they thought was impossible. When Sega CD came out, people thought, that was the pinnacle. That was the end of. That was the best you're going to get. Of course, they were wrong. Of course, in the evolution of gaming, and how long it was, and how long and how long it took. It took about 2 more generations, about 5, 10 years to get to where we're at today. It took years and years and decades, almost 2 decades, to get to the power we have today. The Sega CD and also the PC Engine or TurboGrafx CD. I was the first ever CD based add-on console. Add-on revolutionized gaming from the get-go, and people knew that. The problem was that it was still in infancy. It was conceived by a dream. It almost died because the fact they didn't know how to sell it. How do you sell something CD-based console to a generation of youngsters like myself at the time who didn't understand CD-based consoles? CD players were still a thing coming in the 90s. You have to understand this. CDs, were becoming the next big thing. And based upon all that, and based upon all the stuff there, a CD that you can pop into a tray or to a little CD player game console and play a full motion video, even though a lot of them are crap, or play Mortal Kombat that was considered a better Mortal Kombat because of the visual and sound. Probably some people say better or almost better or as good as the arcade version. Not with the load times and all, but arcade hardware is different. Console hardware is going to be around forever. That's just a common thing. But even the arcades evolved. If you don't believe me, go to Dave and Buster's and look around. You're not playing a whole lot, X's or PS4 Pros consoles because they have to upgrade their system and their specs to keep going with time. And that's where the Dreamcast came in. It flopped because it was hard to program for. People didn't know how to deal with it. The little company that was working with another company got backstabbed by this company. Decided, we're going to make our own console called the PlayStation, or PSX, doesn't matter. They decided to create their own console, and they did. And because of that, it took off Sony to being today the standard, pinnacle standard of what gaming is. But 20 plus years ago, they were a hardware manufacturer. They made CD players, and Walkmans, and transistor radios, and TVs somewhat, and and they had all that stuff. They weren't known as a gaming company, but because of that, that what drove people to gaming again. And of course, with the evolution of the CD processor, the microprocessor, and the graphics cards coming in, people started using gaming for more than just a fad. It became more and more stable. Around the 2000s or so, Sega made the last push to the Dreamcast. Of course, they bowed out basically with the Dreamcast. Then came another company, a software manufacturer. You might know them if you have a phone or a PC or a tablet. Microsoft. Bill Gates wanted to make a console. His designers came with a console. Of course, they yelled and trained the designers, saying you're going to lose all our money. I don't know what the hell you doing, kind of thing. Of course, we all know that it became good. But now, after all that crap, now we're at the present time. The eighth generation. Like analysts are saying that we're going to be going from CD based to all digital based. I think we're already there. We've been there for some time. We've been there for some time. We've been at the CD base, at the digital base, knocking at the door for the last about almost 5 to maybe 10 years. Because it is becoming easier to buy a game online than it is to go to the GameStop, wait in line, a bunch of people you don't know. This crazy world we live in where people want to go just kill somebody because they have to go kill somebody. They can't let people beat them. You can't let people be. You can't want to be thugs and crazy people and kill people. So going to a 9 o'clock or 9 midnight release at GameStop is not safe, but also economically viable for your gas mileage. But it doesn't keep you safe. So people are opting more than ever to stay at home. You turn on a controller, push A or X or whatever the thing is, B or A, whatever it is, to purchase the game online on the Microsoft Store, Steam Store, or PlayStation Network Store, marketplaces. Buy it, take it home, or buy it, download it. Go take a shower, make some dinner, wash some clothes or whatever. Come back, the game can be ready to install, ready to rock and roll. It may take longer, of course. I talked about the internet speed a couple days ago and how that affects blah blah blah. We all know that. So you have many factors that are going to be, but understanding what it is the most important thing you can do, because we're looking at the fact that digital will take over, and it has been since 2015. The digital craze has been rising up, be 25 to 50%. The digital craze has been rising up. Because of that, and because of the fact that we have that already, it begs to differ. It begs to differ that we think that physical sales are going to go away. All the YouTubers running around, circling wagons, freaking out about this DRM stuff. Yes, it was a pain in the butt. Because with DRM console, of an Xbox or a PlayStation, you're being forced to tie that game into your console. And once it's no longer usable or valuable to you or the company, it's just no longer supported. It's not only gamers, you're kind of SOL. But all games that are online, practically. Sony's proven that single player games still have a home. But in the same sense, you look at the fact that if you look at the bottom line, physical games, guys, are still going to be out there. I don't care what anybody tells you. Angry Joes and the Rich from Review Tech USA can tell you all day long that 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 physical sales are going out and digital taking over. Of course, they're taking over. It's a new way for media distribution or gaming distribution. Even GameFly toyed the idea of PC. Try to do it on console. Have a GameFly app where you can download the games like on Steam and on GameFly app and play it off there. Now it haven't taken off, has it? Because it's not 100% reliable. That's all what it is, guys. It's not about because we don't understand. It's not reliable because the concept is not there yet. People are taking this and running with it, yes, but they're not running with it in a way that people think we're running with it fast. 25 to 53%. If you say 80% of people are doing it in the next 2 years, like, yeah, I can see in 2 years be almost 80 100% people doing digital. But the same people are probably buying physical too as well. See, the problem with physical and digital is that if you want if you start doing better pre-order content with digital than physical, yeah, I can see it. Or like a price reduction. If you have gold or if you have PlayStation Plus, you can get the game for 10% off brand new. That's just not real. That's just made up in my mind. Then I can see, well, that's pretty decent. You're saving money. But they don't do that because it's not financially optimal yet. Steam works so well because Steam has 100 million, 200 million, 300 million PC users out there at one time, and they can literally have that. Xbox has maybe 50 million Xbox accounts, but how many are active? Now almost 100 million PS4s are being sold. Well, how many are going to go online and play? Let's say half. That's 50 million. So are you going to sit there and say 50 million people are going to be enough to market this from? No. But then again, you don't know. Well, guys, this is Christ169 saying peace, love, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn notifications on. I'll see you guys later.